Immigration reform has been a topic of discussion for several of the current 2024 presidential hopefuls. Local 5 spoke with local advocates and a first-generation immigrant about the current journey to U.S. citizenship. President of the League of United Latin American Citizens, Joe Enriquez Henry, says during the pandemic, former President Trump enacted Title 42, overriding an immigration law that allowed migrants to seek asylum after entering the country illegally. Title 42 was a part of the COVID public health emergency meant to control the spread of COVID. Since then, he says the U.S. immigration system has been strained.
People have been held hostage due to the enactment or the utilization of Title 42. So this has been building up over the last several years. Over 2 million people have been backed up in the process.
That public health emergency ends on May 11th, ending Title 42 as well, restoring regular transport for those seeking asylum in the U.S. Enriquez Henry says President Biden's efforts to assist these migrants with their applications isn't ideal in all situations.
There has been an app that the Biden administration has provided so that people can utilize their cell phones to apply for asylum in the U.S., but this app is somewhat faulty and has not been upgraded.
As a first-generation immigrant, Alejandro Morguia Ortiz says they've seen immigration struggles directly affect their family for years.
Some of my uncles have been waiting for decades and are only currently in the process of getting into an interview. So we're talking years after, we've lost some of them.
Some of the Republican 2024 presidential candidates have suggested immigration reform is an issue they intend to focus on.
We will use all necessary state, local, federal, and military resources to carry out the largest domestic deportation operation.
We absolutely have to secure the border and build a wall. That really is. We have to build a wall.
Alejandro says it's very discouraging to hear politicians speak about immigrants, but says they feel the Latino community can't rely on politicians for change.
The real change is going to have to happen, here within our neighborhoods, within, our communities, and just essentially creating systems that we can use to protect each other.
Joe Enrique Henry says he and the group Forward Latino has provided internet services to some of the detention centers in Mexico so migrants can access President Biden's U.S. Customs and Border Protections app.